The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, let's do sports concepts and rationalization. Staying on the Jags a little bit after that disappointing ass-kicking last night. Sorry.
Next level stats.
31-13.
They are who we thought they were.
Yes, they are, I think. Gosh, you better beat the Bengals, man.
Until the Jaguars are good, I never, ever, ever want another primetime game. I hate primetime games. You stay up late, you get no sleep, they play like crap, they embarrass themselves on national TV.
Well,
I'd rather just play the Dolphins at 1 and no one will really know how bad we stink.
That's fair if you're no good, correct. Because if you're good, they're so great. And I missed the fans so much down there last night. I just miss the camaraderie and the excitement and the, hey, Dans, how you doing? And I don't know. It's just great when you got a packed house and everybody's revved up and you have – you know what it is too, Pros? In this day and age, it's people coming together with one common goal to beat the heck out of the other team. It crosses all different – everything. It's just mankind,
I miss the fans.
One
it's team,
not so I do hate that part of it. And I know the ones down there, it's fine, but and good for them for coming. But it's just not the same, man. It's not the same. We walking through but somehow the traffic is still busy. We have the easiest get in and get out in the NFL. That part of that's because we don't get enough fans. But Jacksonville. Last night would have been packed. It would have been a party, and they would all left very disappointed with that performance because that was duty cheeks.
We'd won 5 in a row at home in primetime.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. It seems like I remember somebody getting us.
Tennessee gets us up there, but
I think the Colts got us here, but what seems like 2 years ago is now 7 or 8.
Yeah. So, we'll be back next year on Thursday night.
At home.
We'll see
against, it'll definitely be the Texans.
Joe and Troy will talk about it's always good to come down to Florida. And, I saw Danny Marino.
Did you?
Yeah. I wonder if he came up and played the stadium course. He looked a little sunburned.
He always does. Marino always looks like he's been sitting on a deck all day.
I love that guy, man.
Life.
I mean,
he is Joe Cool, isn't he?
He is the
that
man.
guy just oozes cool.
I mean,
if you talk to him, he seems that way.
He's always been. I didn't talk to him last night. He doesn't know me from Adam, but I had the opportunity. I had the opportunity to sit with him one time when we were waiting for when we got the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Miami presented, we presented, and he was part of the Miami contingent. We sat there and we talked about kids and stuff. He was
I told you this. Dude. I told you this one time. I did like a charity golf tournament. I emceed or something, and for some reason Marino thought he knew me. I think I said that. I think I told that story on the radio. I think he played with Scobie, and I was talking to Scobie, and then I was emceeing and. It was weird. He came up and talked to me and shook my hand like we went back a ways. I
have to give credit to my son on that one, Beef. The term duty cheeks, I've heard him say it before. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, duty cheeks. Thank you.
Not sure that inspires, quote, credit, but okay.
I'll give him credit. I won't give you credit. I don't know why. Listen, yeah, he is. So that was cool. And I looked down there on the field and saw him, and I thought, man, I wonder what he thinks when he comes back here. That was his last game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2000, January 15th, the year 2000. And, those were happier times. 5-5 now, all-time series, Jags-Dolphins. Dolphins get the W and outplayed them in every which way. Right. I did have one bad tweet. I usually threw up one stink bomb a night where I predict something or say something like, there's no way Gostkowski's going to make this kick. He makes the kick.
Yeah.
Last night I said, Jack seemed to do a good job of picking up the blitz right before number 51 broke through the middle and buried Minshew.
By the way, the Dolphins, if there's a team as bad at getting to the quarterback as the Jags, it's the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They, too, have really
struggled.
But they
had 4 sacks, and we had 1.
No, I understand. That's the point.
And 1 doesn't count.
Did they have 4?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah. Well, he lost a fumble. There was that one up the middle. There was a couple other ones. How many sacks do we have this year now?
We were averaging 1 a game, 3.
Is that what we have?
Yeah. Had 2, 0, and 1.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Beef can check that. Yeah, we have 3. We're on pace to have 16.
Jeez. That's
Here's
bad.
what's frustrating to the fans too is there is a lot of veteran on the street talent out there that would be an upgrade to this defense, and they won't do anything about it. Yet they'll tell you that they're not tanking, that they're rebuilding. Sure you are. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Eric Reed's pretty good safety. I think he's better than Wingard. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Clinton Dix. Pretty sure is a better football player than.
Just ask Taylor Dow. Jacksonville, go ahead. Hello.
So yeah. Anyway, look, the frustrations come out when you lose, and they're especially
Sure.
they come out more, Dan, when you get tricked into believing that they're actually a favorite.
And yes,
they might have a good game and win.
3 sacks.
Three sacks in three games.
Right.
3 sacks in 3 games.
I mean, that's just
It's pitiful.
Now, if
Shout
you
out
want
to Carolina, still sitting on a goose egg.
Wow. Well, maybe they'll get 3 Sunday.
It ain't hard.
Listen, there's an area where you can criticize a little bit the defensive coordinator in this respect. Scheme us up a sack.
Well, hey, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
There's an area.
Yeah.
The gloves should be off on the defensive coordinator. He's been given plenty of rope here. The defense has been going backwards for 3 years.
Yeah, but again,
But he had talent last year, Dan. Look at this year's. This year's no talent.
Yeah.
It makes you look at last year and say, well, there was a little bit of talent compared to this.
they were there. I mean, again, I didn't think Schobert was very good last night.
I don't
either.
think he's been good all year.
Oh, I thought he was okay. I thought he had some moments.
I know you. I know
but there
that.
was
But I told you in game 1, I didn't think he played great. I'm not saying he's terrible, but he's not. He's slow.
I'm not.
He?
I don't know. I'm not. Again, that's tough. This is the one that sticks out to me. Why in the blazes are we letting a 38-year-old quarterback run around back there like he's Steve
38
Young?
yards rushing he had.
Dude, the one time he ran it right up the middle,
I
and
know.
Schobert was there, and he ran right by him.
Yeah, Schobert has not been impressive
So
to
that wasn't good. That was bad. So I didn't like that at all. But there's, like I said, there's no pressure whatsoever. And the defensive backfield's not good either. So the pass rush and the coverage are both eat each other up. They just both.
Neither one is average.
Yeah.
Neither is average.
Yeah. K'Lavon Chason knocked down a pass last night.
Yeah, I mean, we've made the mistake in the past of expecting too much out of the rookies. That's why Henderson and Chason, they've through 3 games, they've each had bright spots.
Yes.
So, it's
Yes.
not like we've drafted a couple guys. We're like, oh my God, we're gonna get anything out of those guys.
Yes, Robinson has been terrific.
100%, and of course he's undrafted. Doesn't that make all the sense?
I know.
Yeah. So your expectations.
Oh, by the way,
blow with the wind on a young team. Now it's blowing the wrong way.
So Chark being out came down yesterday. I think the kicker got hurt last night, by the way, on the missed PAT.
Good.
Whatever. So,
yeah.
Like you said, you got to deliver there.
Right.
Wouldn't be shocked if a veteran
Correct.
comes in.
You get one chance, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an extra point, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to make it.
Yeah.
But you're missing your starting center, right? Linder. And then last night, you lose a couple more. Leon Jacobs is not going to be back anytime soon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wingard was a core muscle, but that's, if you don't have Wilson and you don't have Wingard, you may have to go sign somebody. You do have to go sign somebody.
Let me just tell you, it's going to be someone off the Ravens practice squad. These guys won't go get us an experienced guy who might can help us win a football game.
So there were more injuries, and the one area that was a cause for concern even before all this was depth. We don't have much depth at all. And
here's what else has happened through all of this and the mixed signals that have been sent by the moves that have been made the last couple of years is that Caldwell and Marone, they have completely, almost 100% lost every bit of trust in the fan base. The fan base doesn't trust that they're any good at what they do.
Well, that's deservedly so.
And they don't trust them when they say things. They lie to their face.
Well,
or you're really naive if you think that, there was almost this smug notion after week 1 that, oh, yeah, look at us. How dare you say we're tanking?
Well, yeah. I mean, and 7:35, the T word just came back.
Well, I mean, don't.
Maybe
They
I
are
know.
who we thought they were.
I know people want to mush me because of the song whenever
Maybe it
I
was
do a
the
song.
Yeah, maybe it was the song.
But I'm going to take you to the radio broadcast last night. And I'm going to call out our colleague who got a lot of good airtime yesterday, Don Anthony Baselli Jr. whenever they come to Jacksonville, he's sort of Jacksonville's welcome wagon. So he was on all the shows yesterday, which I love. I'm proud to have Don Anthony Baselli Jr. be our spokesman, our representative. He loves our city. But at the very beginning, I happened to have the radio broadcast on when I was en route. And Frank Frangie, Jeff Logman, and Tony Baselli on the call. And
freebasing.
Yeah, and Frank comes back. And instead of calling Frank, he called Frank Tank.
Baselli did?
Yes.
They showed him up in the thing. My God, when they showed him
with
up
the
in
glasses.
the booth, he looked 60.
The old man with
he
the glasses.
He looked like an old 60-year-old Doug Marone sitting up in the damn
had his
the
little
press
reader,
box.
Had
Hey,
those
Baselli.
readers on. Yeah, he had them readers on. He's all
What in the world?
leaning back.
Hey, Grandpa. Do you sit in a rocking chair up there, or are you in a normal seat?
Yeah, we got enough to make that work.
Yeah.
We got enough.
You got
to make
enough
that
of that to make
All right,
it work?
a couple of other things. I like the boxy by, look, LeBron James, all great athletes are selfish. I get a kick when people go, oh, LeBron's all about himself. Yeah, so is Michael Jordan. So is everybody who's a real superstar in the sport of basketball. And LeBron knows he's on the verge of history. He knows he can become the third, the first guy, lead dog ever to win titles with 3 different teams. And he's going to do any and everything he can. He's watched Jamal Murray take over this postseason in the fourth quarter. And last night, with a game still in the balance, LeBron went to his coach and said, Coach, I got him. And it worked. Now, Murray did score a couple of free throws down the stretch, but he held him to 0 for 2 from the field. And after Denver had kind of raced back to get within 3 or 4 points, I thought, LeBron's insistent on taking Murray made sure they won that game.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a resolute statement right now.
Oh, resolute.
Yes. 100% in agreement with you and Beef from this morning. There's it's a different. Not only is it a different feel at 3-1, there's no chance in heck that the Nuggets are coming back in this one.
No.
No,
the Lakers are talented and they're close.
Thank you, Denver. It was
but
a nice
I do
run.
believe, and I could be
Good
wrong.
effort, guys.
I think they'll give them everything they got in the next game, and even if they win that 3-2, there's no way the Nuggets are beating the Lakers.
Don't you feel like the Heat can beat the Lakers? I do. I don't.
I hope you're right, but
I don't think that. I don't think there's any way that series is 4-1.
I think they can get a couple off them, but I think the Lakers.
I don't know. I think we've. I don't know. I guess I'm going by this. I didn't think the Heat would beat the Bucks,
That's fair.
and they destroyed them.
Yeah.
And they've, in a playoff where upsets have reigned, they've lost 2 games so far. I don't think you can do that unless you're a lot better than
They're
people
playing
think.
well.
Yeah.
I mean,
think
they're
they'll
playing well.
play with the Lakers. The Lakers have a tendency to.
I will say, I
They
think
can't shoot really at times.
I think Adebayo can,
Neutralize AD
a little bit.
Yeah.
Better than most. So,
I look, the support staff outside of LeBron and Anthony Davis, the
Nothing.
Heat are better.
yes.
I mean, they got 5 or 6 guys
Yes.
that'll beat you, and so that would concern me if I were a Laker fan. And I know there are a bunch of them out.
The thing is, the difference is about the Lakers and the other 3 teams. The other 3 teams, Denver, Miami, Boston, are great developed guys teams. They're great developed guys. The Lakers don't develop anybody. They get rid of them and they get better. Brandon
really
Ingram,
have.
better.
Yeah.
Kuzma has gotten worse.
That's fair.
They don't develop anybody. They
Well,
just
that's
go
because the Lakers
they get
have
LeBron and AD and they win a title.
And the Lakers have always had that one superstar,
Yeah.
and you run everything through him,
But I mean,
so development doesn't matter.
What Boston has done with
Tatum and Brown and Smart. Yeah.
Tatum, you thought was going to be a good player. So,
Yeah.
but Brown has gotten better. I mean, these guys get better when they go to these teams. They work on stuff. The Lakers just, yeah. But anyway, it works for them, obviously. But the other 3 teams, and Denver hasn't been doing it as long, but those guys are all gotten better watching those guys. So anyway, it's been interesting in that respect. Beef, I read an article about Billy D. I guess he just kind of hooked up with your boy, Arturis.
They sold him on it.
And they sold him on it.
the vision.
And he kind of,
They sort of low-key said it was basically Jim Boylan's fault.
well, no, but he kind of hedged a little bit on what really happened at OKC. Like, we don't really, I don't think, his thing was, everybody assumes that he just wanted out of the rebuild, and he wasn't ready to say that was the case. So I don't know the real reasons. And he obviously he went to OKC because of Sam Presti, and I didn't get the feeling that Sam Presti had turned on him in any way.
No, not necessarily.
But it'll be interesting.
But the thought is that Sam Presti's not long for OKC either.
He's going to go take one of the big boy jobs?
There was talk that he was going to try to go for the Bulls job when it opened up. Yeah.
And by the way, I will disagree with him about one thing, and no disrespect, Beef, and you two guys know the NBA better than me, so I'll ask both of you on this one. Iconic franchise?
Ooh.
The Chicago Bulls?
I'd say no way.
Michael Jordan, iconic.
You know what?
An iconic era.
No. I've changed my mind before saying,
Okay.
you win 6 in 8 years.
Well, and I
you're a
will say
dynasty. If you're a dynasty, you're an iconic franchise.
They were the face of the league when it
They
really
got the
blew
third
up
most
and went
titles
global.
in NBA history.
Huh?
They got the third most titles in NBA history. Only the Lakers and Celtics have more. Well, I mean, what
I
does
like
it take?
iconic era.
Well, I don't care.
What have they done before or
Who
after?
cares? Doesn't matter. They got
matter?
6. It doesn't. They got 6. They got 6. Nobody else has that. Only the Lakers and Celtics. If you're third on the all-time list of look, would you say the Knicks are an iconic franchise?
Hell no.
You wouldn't?
No.
You're wrong there, too.
I'm not wrong.
Iconic doesn't mean most successful all the time.
You can't be the worst.
Well, right now they are.
Yeah, for 20 years.
Well, the Bulls have been in that position a lot, too.
I mean,
But
look, it's
forget the
because
Knicks.
of one guy.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't
But
matter if it's because of one guy.
An entire generation globally,
Yeah.
like
No, I hear you.
correlates the NBA to that.
They're
jersey.
an iconic franchise. You go over to Yugoslavia and you'll see some dude with that bull on his sweatshirt.
No. You'll see a 23.
No, that's
But
not true.
Yes, it is. And anybody who bought that bull has bought it because of 23.
I will ask you this question. This
Well,
is a
that's
counter-question.
the same thing with Magic. I mean, that happens.
No,
for all-
it's not.
Let me ask you
no,
this.
it's not.
Counterpoint.
Yes, sir.
I can't take credit for this much like you with Duty Cheeks.
Okay.
This comes from our deceased friend Balls Davis.
Yes, sir.
Counterpoint.
Uh-huh.
Are the Patriots an iconic franchise?
That's
Yes.
a great question.
Well, there you go. That's the same. They're the same.
But it's the
they're
same thing.
team.
Yeah. Well,
They're
not
the same.
necessarily. Let's wait and see. We haven't seen what's happened after.
Right, but their entire success is
Yeah.
one guy
Yes.
and one coach.
Yes.
And before that, they were Duty Cheeks.
Yes, they were. So, yeah, that's fair. I don't know that they're iconic. No, and actually, I don't
So,
think the Patriots are iconic.
All right. So to you, then,
Maybe it's just a definition.
so
we're
yeah, to
quibbling
you,
on.
there's only 2 iconic franchises: Boston and the Lakers in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by Dan's definition, yeah.
Yes.
They're the faces of the league.
Yes.
So the Warriors, who have 6 in their history.
So I guess sort of to your point then, Dan, what is like the Steelers and the Packers and the Cowboys?
Yeah.
And that's it?
49ers don't get to be iconic.
Niners are.
Well, they only had the one dominant era.
Yeah, they haven't won one since or before, right? But they
No,
did win with
they-
2 different quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, they've been to 2 Super Bowls since. They're
Yeah.
absolutely 1,000% an iconic franchise. I was being sarcastic.
You
No,
settle
I'm
down.
saying by Dan's standard.
I got a standard here, okay?
And Dan's
I don't-
standard
I
is
don't-
obviously way higher
I mean,
than yours
this
and
is
mine,
not-
Jeff.
This is an iconic
I agree.
radio show, okay?
What about the Spurs? Are they an iconic franchise?
But is this an iconic radio station?
Are the-
I don't know.
Are the Spurs an iconic franchise? What about the Spurs? Are they an iconic franchise?
No.
I mean, good
Not
lord,
in any
dude.
way, shape, or form, no.
They won titles from 99 to 14.
Yeah.
5 of them. What does it take for you to be?
Small, before and after, friend.
There's 30 teams in the NBA.
Before and
correct?
after, friend.
Are there 30 teams in the NBA?
Yes.
I'm going to say that if you're third in championships, then you're a lot better than Dan Hicken places you.
All right, let's do caller number 2, Beef. I feel like giving something away to some Guggen who needs an uplift on a Friday.
We
What do
need
you
to
got?
pick me up. We'll take the call right now, and they're going to take home a $25 gift certificate from Winn-Dixie.
Okay.
Score more savings in the Winn-Dixie app. Download today for winning deals, your mystery bonus points multiplier coupons, and more Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win.